Alright, here is a guide to research and development area. I've decided to do this because it's a complicated area with lots of things to pick up, and I'm going to try to be as brief as possible in this video. Before we start, I want to say a couple of things what you should focus on. First, I would suggest that you focus with Liquidator armor or Elite Hazard armor that you can get easily here. I've done video on Elite Hazard armor set. It will save you from the toxic clouds and from the fire damage. At least it will negate some of it. Until you get toxic auto filter, this implant that I've just shown you, that will completely negate toxic damage whatsoever from the plants that you will encounter. These are the armor sets that I was talking about. Liquidator, it will give you elemental resistance if you wear a full set, and also Elite Hazard. Now it doesn't say in the set bonus that you're going to get more resistance, but I believe it does give you more resistance. Same as Liquidator, because it's an upgraded version of Liquidator. Alright, so let's start with the area. This is where you go first. You will immediately notice new enemies. These are little drones that buff your enemies with some kind of a shield. Focus on the little drones, and these fire guys are really easy to kill. Just go behind them and do what I just did to them. If they have tanker on their back, it's even easier. You just gotta hit them in the tank for a couple of times and they will explode. I will skip these enemies from now on because you guys know how to deal with them. This is the area where there are lots of them. You can farm this if you have seen my farm video. A lot of scraps here possible. Get this overdrive circuit. It will unlock something, I'm not sure what. Here is one area where there is another fire guy. I'm sure there's something to pick up. I cannot remember every single thing that I picked up. You guys will have to do some of the exploring by yourself. I will lead you to the most secret ones that I found and remind you if there's something else. Here is, for example, one implant, not implant but collectible, right where I'm standing. It's hard to spot because it's on the floor behind this aquarium or whatever this is. Continue on. There's nothing there. You can't go on this path that I've shown you. I don't know why it's locked constantly. No matter what I did, I could not get there. I'm trying to skip the animation of exolifts everywhere because there's no need for you guys to watch it. It would prolong video too much. Go here, explore this area. I don't need to repeat myself constantly. When you're in a new area, try to defeat enemies and explore everything. Go to the right first. Also smash the boxes. Here is an overdrive circuit. Smash the boxes where you can, because there are sometimes collectibles inside the crates, boxes or whatnot. Here is a secret thing you can pick up. It's called SNS inhibitor version 3. You can get version 1 from those drones that you're fighting, those bigger ones in the tunnels, but here is version 3 you can get. We will go now here across the room and we will pick up toxic auto filter implant that you need to immediately implement into your gear because it will help you a lot. All these things that you've seen in this lab is toxic, and when you hit and smash the glass, the toxic cloud will release, which will help you out if you have toxic auto filter, because it will damage enemies that are near it while leaving you unaffected if you have toxic auto filter. This is the new enemy, by the way. You need to kill them twice. For some reason this guy died immediately, but usually they will, not usually, every time they will get up. You need to kill them twice. These guys are not problematic because they are unarmored, so they will stagger when you hit them. As for the toxic auto filter, it is somewhere in this lab. I forgot where. I think it's here where I'm watching right now in this corner, but I cannot remember exactly. Just search a bit. And here we are back where we started. It's where that drone and that fire guy first were. Here you can jump on the roof of this little house or whatever this is. And let's get back to bio-impact research so that I don't repeat the whole path here. If you remember, to the left we went for the toxic auto filter, to the right we went and jumped on the pipes. Right now we are going forward. If you go to the right here, you will immediately unlock a path to ops area. Here it is. Let's get back in this path. Now go to the right. Another exolift. Here you will see a guy, an enemy, banging his head against the wall. That's exactly how I felt when I first encountered Proteus enemies in this area. And you will feel like that as well, trust me. Here are the enemies that will drop sometimes SNS inhibitor version 1. Here you can, I think, press this button, but I'm not sure. There's nothing that relevant in this area. Here, over this gap, you can find an overcharge circuit. You can only jump to that overcharge circuit if you drop down to this small area over here and jump from here. Unfortunately, I completely missed the jump. It's tough to get the jump correctly. Just try it out, you will eventually succeed, and it will unlock this area where I am right now. There's a collectible here and also I think an audio log or something like that, doesn't matter. Now I will show you another path towards the ops. As I said, smash these crates, explore the area, it's worth it. Here I'll just skip these enemies. Some enemies here as well. But we will skip all of them and just go back to the exhibition floor again. There are lots of shortcuts here, but now you will have a longer one, a longer period without the shortcut. Don't worry, this guy will not be here. It's because I already beaten this area, so they implemented some new enemies just to annoy the shit out of you. And the worst ones at that. Alright, we are now in Nano production hall. Nano production hall, doesn't matter. I will skip these enemies as well. There are little annoying drones over there. You can pick up a collectible over here, smash this glass, and follow my guy over here, and there will be a collectible. By collectibles I mean either resources or tech scraps that are lying around that you can pick up. Or implants. Because I can't remember exactly what it was, really. It doesn't matter, as long as you follow the paths you'll get most of it. If I missed something big in the video, please notify in comments. I'll immediately try to remedy that. Go up to the top. There will be a couple of enemies there, clear everything. And now overcharge this circuit over here. I think that that circuit opens these doors, but I'm not sure. I use every overcharge circuit that I can, and that's it. Now, check this out. Yeah, I'm so irrelevant here that even the enemies are skipping me. Not a problem, let's continue. Couple of easy guys here, wearing the liquidator set. If you need that one, you can farm it here. Now progress forward. I will skip these enemies, obviously. No need to waste time. And this annoying bastard here. Now we are starting to get to the Proteus enemies. This is still an unarmored one, so not a problem. You can see that guy flamethrower dude over there in that hallway. That will be locked. I will show you now how to get to that. There you'll find Maddie, that girl for the side quest. For that black guy that requires you to find her daughter or her whatever in the exhibition floor ops area. Here is where you progress further on, but now this is the path to get to that area where Maddie is. It's a small area. Go here, jump through this window, defeat the enemies and go to the right. Also explore everything to see if there are some kind of implants or collectibles or whatnot. And when you do a full circle of that small area, you will end up over here, where that flamethrower dude is. Now it's time to progress, and you will first time fight the full Proteus armored enemy. Not fully, there are weak spots, and I suggest focusing on a blue area of their body, of their armor, because they will stagger if you hit them in a blue area. If you try to hit them constantly in an armored area, they will not stagger, they will just go forward and completely annihilate you. They can go for days spamming attacks and whatnot. If you want the set, you can check out my video on how I got the set. It's the best possible way to get it, but for now just focus on getting through this area. You don't need to focus on armor, it's a waste of time and you're going to lose a lot of nerves trying to get it in this section. Just wait for it. Watch my video on when's the best time to get that set. Here you can find something else as well, just don't drop down. It will get you to that area where I am banging my head against the wall. Go back here. Although it says ops area, you will not see ops area for some time now. So don't bother with it. Well, actually not for some time. There's a shortcut here, because you can skip one section that you don't need to do. Here is another Proteus enemy. Here you can see a bit clearer how to fight them. Just aim at any unarmored area and spam shit, because they will stagger. And obviously they will rise up. Every enemy that is in Proteus armor rises up. So you need to kill them twice. And you get a hefty amount of scraps as well. Go to the end of the hallway, smash these crates and you will find first aid station. Helpful, right? Perfect timing. But it's not that relevant here, to be honest, because you will get to ops very shortly. Kill that guy in front, and now you will have a decision to make when you get to the next area. You can do the tunnel that I'm going to show you, but you don't have to, because there's a security door there and a hallway where there's nothing but enemies, and you can't do anything before you can access security doors. For now you can't. But I'm going to show you another path, another shortcut to the ops area, which is here. We are back at the exhibition floor. Let's turn around, go back in. And now I will get to that tunnel. Here is where you will exit the tunnel. This is where you enter the tunnel. There are a lot of enemies there, so be careful. Be ready for this. I would recommend that you completely skip this part here and get back when you have security clearance. At the end at the end of the tunnel, you will get to this exolift and then exit where I told you you will exit. Now it's time to get to the final part of the research and development. This guy will not drop here, don't panic. It's after you defeat it. Okay, now this is a nasty area. Here you can use a couple of consoles. You can see this console right here. I cannot use it anymore, but you can use it. This will lock lab number 2. I will show you where lab number 2 is. Here is another Proteus enemy. Defeat the bastard. You can see that they are not as problematic when you deal with their unarmored pieces. And now this will be a terminal to lab 01. I will now show you where these two labs are. These are the labs. This is lab number 2 where I'm watching right now. You can see, and the across of that is lab number 1. You can see the numbers next to the doors. Log them. I suggest that you log them first until you manage the area, then you can get back and unlock it and deal with the enemies as you see fit. For now, lock them. Here you will go through a toxic area. That's where toxic autofilter comes in play. It will save you throughout this area, so definitely have it equipped always. These areas are full of Proteus enemies. That's why we've locked those doors. Here you can't do anything yet. This is lab number 12, and this is the console for lab number 12. If you use the console, I'm guessing these doors will open. I cannot remember exactly. And then you will get to the first lab, where the consoles for lab 02 and 01 were. Just follow the path that I'm showing you. Another Proteus enemy, and now because of these locked doors you don't have to worry about enemies as much. But then again, I'm not sure if it's better to lock them or unlock them. First, when I was playing through this, I did not lock them, so I had to defeat some of the enemies first. Maybe that's a better way, because there will be lots of enemies over here in this section. Try to play with the commands for the labs and you will see for yourself. If I would have to recommend something now that I think of it, try to have labs unlocked, then try to deal with enemies one by one. It's tough, it's not easy, but it's doable. And afterwards I think that cyborg in a bloodied Proteus armor will appear. You cannot go to the left yet. Focus on the enemies here. This is how you skip the middle section where that cyborg is. Here is an overcharge circuit that will unlock this exolift. There's also a collectible over here in the corner, but you can't access it unless you break this glass. And when you break this glass, you will have to fight the Proteus enemy. Thankfully, this guy is not armored, so you can deal with him easily. Forget about the middle section for now. I'll give you a longer path that you can explore and get back to the beginning of the lab. Here will be 2 more enemies, armored, and you will exit here on this platform, where we were on the other side at the beginning. And you have a collectible over here where I'm standing. Now simply follow the path. I cannot remember if there's something here. I think it was an audio log or something that I can't remember. I don't remember those things at all. Another exolift that will get you over here to the lab number 12, if you remember. Basically the beginning. It's after that toxic tunnel that we're going through right now. Alright, now that we've done that, it's time to get to the middle section. Now try to lock the doors if you've done full circle and defeated the middle section enemies already. And you will have to defeat this guy. This guy is a very tough bastard. The only reliable way to defeat him is to go away from him, let him slide, then you dodge, and then you strike him once or twice, then rinse and repeat. Because if you go toe to toe with him, you're fucked. And afterwards progress through the red area, you will get to the scientists finally, and now that you've done that, explore this small area, smash the crates if there's something to pick up, and get back to ops area in exhibition floor. You can't miss it. And now you have unlocked the path to central production. And I will show you where to go next. You will exit here where Iron Mouse armor is. A lot of new enemies, nastier enemies than before. Here I thought that these doors were opening, but nope. And now you can see that there are security personnel over here, and that path behind them that was locked previously is now unlocked. You can see there. And here is Irina with a new quest. That's it, lads.